Hey guys, just Magic here. Just wanted to comment on stuff that I've been talking about on YouTube and then in the comment section and then on Twitter. So it's like, just make a video, put it all in one place. So to keep this super simple, the demonetization robot on YouTube has gone completely bonkers. I've heard 100 times more complaints all over the place than ever before. I mean, before it was just like, oh, my stupid, immature edgelord content keeps getting flagged. Wah, wah, wah. Great, your channel sucks. And at first my CPMs doubled, then they tripled, because if the ads aren't being shown on other people's videos, they're being shown on mine, because my content was perfectly appropriate. Or so I thought, until the little demonetization robot, and it is literally a robot, I'm not exaggerating, it is a machine learning, artificial intelligent, bunch of code or whatever. So yeah, it just stumbled across my channel. I mean, I guess 11 million views would put you somewhere in the queue. And it hit, I don't know, 10, 15 videos. I'm like, whatever, most of these are in the past, most of them are low volume, and honestly, 75% of them pretty much do borderline violate their policies. I mean, some of them were edgy, some of them did have bad language, and I'm like, whatever, I get it, okay, cool. But now, lately, I mean, the freaking Iron Chef video lost its monetization. And I think one of the Ixalan storyline ones and my fake pack opening, which that one, maybe. That doesn't even make sense. I'm too lazy to watch them back, but I guarantee there's two classifications of videos right now that I make. One is I just don't give a crap and I'm sure it'll get demonetized, and usually I don't even put ads on it in the first place. Or two, no, I really am complying with the guidelines and there is nothing offensive in this entire video. So unless the little robot misunderstood me, like the closed captioning robot, basically, the speech-to-text system. And by the way, that is where they're getting their information from almost exclusively, so that's nice. I mean, obviously the title of the video and the tags, too. But I'm really careful with those. So, yeah, people are kind of mad. I'm looking at all, the community websites and forums for YouTube. People are just livid. Whatever change they made in just the last couple days to the algorithm has been insane, because I was like, okay, it needs a little help, but it was actually pretty accurate, and it left alone about 980 of my videos. I'm like, okay, so I got away pretty scot-free. I mean, that, percentage-wise, it's not bad, but and then it nailed 3 of them in a row, and I basically lost any kind of money I could have possibly made on them. Now, they were flagged after they got a little bit of views. I don't know why, because the closed captioning is live really quickly after I upload, but I don't know, whatever. So then I requested a manual review, and here's the problem. It takes about 36 hours, give or take, to get it reviewed, which I think is fairly quick. I mean, could it be an hour? Yeah, but they'd have to hire so many more people. And if those people, it's basically like a work-at-home moderation job, I know because I've worked 2 of them in the past. You can't just tell people, oh, there's no work for today. That doesn't fly. They wouldn't like that. You can't just say, oh, you've hit the end of the queue. There's no more work. Go do something else. Although, honestly, who would make that their sole income? Even I didn't make it my sole income when I worked for that site that did, dating profile pics, and you just had to look through pages of 50 of them at a time and find any that either were oh, it's their dog, which is not illegal, or certainly not their dog, but certainly not appropriate. And actually, some of them were both, which was even weirder. And hey, you make your dating profile picture a cute little dog, I'll date you. But anyway, yeah, I have really fast gamer eyes. I mean, 20 years of gaming and fast-paced, image recognition, oh yeah. I was making $30 an hour doing that job because I was just so much faster than some 55-year-old work-at-home mom, grandma person. Oh, and the other job was 100% text, and I can speed read, so yeah. So I've been a turbo moderator, and actually at that job, we did hit the end of the queue, and they had to queue more up for us. It was almost exclusively my fault. According to the staff, they kind of leaked the information that I did the same amount of work as the entire rest of the team combined. Also, I had the highest accuracy rate because 2 out of 3 people had to agree or something like that. It's quite the system, actually. It was very advanced, and I'm sure YouTube has a similar system. So they approved all 3 of mine and remonetized them, but the bulk of the views happened while it was demonetized. I can't undo that. Everybody knows that within the first 48 hours, that's when everybody views your videos. And unless it takes off and, I don't know, goes viral or whatever, it just gets picked up by the suggestion engine pretty heavily because of a high click-through rate, which is how it actually works. Unless that happens, that's it. Nobody's going to watch, some news story video that happened a while ago. If I say, oh, this person was caught cheating at a tournament, that might get some clicks later because people who are looking up MTG cheating would see it under suggestion and be like, oh yeah, and they don't care if the video is 6 months old, and it doesn't matter if the video is 6 months old. But a deck I built called a standard deck from BFZ, you think that's going to get any views? No. So some of the stuff that got demonetized, I don't care. It's like year-old videos. I could care less. They're not getting any views anyway. But the newer stuff, my God, I can't imagine what triggered the stupid bot, very much pun intended, to demonetize it. It doesn't make sense. And YouTube's policy is, well, if you feel it was an error, we could have a human review it. Just hit request review. And I literally wrote back to them on Twitter. You guys saw this if you follow me on Twitter. I wrote back, but that doesn't undo all the money I lost. The videos already got all the views they're going to get, and none of the ads were shown on the videos at that time. You made a mistake. You basically lost me money. You lost me almost 100% of the money on those videos. Thanks. That is the problem, and your solution is not a good enough solution. It just isn't. And that sentiment is shared by every single creator on YouTube right now. I mean, I know the most innocent, G-rated, family-friendly, like, kids channel, and they had a couple videos demonetized. Clearly, it was in error, and they had a human request or review it, but so what? I mean, if they're early enough, you just lost all the money in that video, and it just doesn't matter. So I cannot personally afford to, you know, have like hours of planning and research and script writing and the recording, editing, artwork, making the thumbnail, all that, everything that goes into a video, usually 3 to 4 hours, and have that just be for nothing, just make zero off it. And I'm not like some rich entitled, you know, jerk who's like, oh yeah, I everything I make is pure gold and you need to pay me for it, no free rides. I mean, actually it's quite the opposite, with the exception that I legitimately need the money. My business is doing terrible. My whole life is doing terrible right now. I mean, it's not just like the multiple funerals in the last 6 months, because apparently everybody I care about is just dying all at once. I mean, I had to come home and make a slideshow video for the funeral, which was the next day, and I had to basically make a YouTube video after that, because if I don't upload, they'll punish me in the algorithm for not sticking to my upload schedule. But you think I wanted to make a video after that? I think I just said screw it, deleted it, and didn't upload it because it was garbage, and it was clear I was not in the mood to make a video after making a funeral slideshow. For someone I've known for a while, by the way. Yeah, not my favorite thing to do, but I have to. I need the damn money. Like, we're not screwing around right now. My shop is making nothing. I mean, it's actually in the red now that somebody tried to rob it, basically. I mean, if they would have tried to rob it, you guys know what would have happened to them. I got an AR-15 under the damn counter, but they did try to walk off with something really expensive, and I caught them within like an hour and had them arrested, but they weren't in jail. They got out on bail or something, and they're known to have mental instability and a history of crime, so that's awesome. And I'm not one to lose sleep over stuff, but like, I was a little concerned about that. I was running through all the tactical scenarios. What if they come in with a knife? Then, okay, should I shoot them, or would I have to wait till they come around the counter? What would I say to get them, you know, would I pull out the gun? Would I cock it? Would I leave the safety on? You know, that's the kind of stuff a responsible gun owner does, not just, oh, somebody walks in with a knife, I'm gonna blow their head off, ooh, I'm Mr. Macho, Mrr. Anyway, there goes the monetization on this video. I said the G word, oh no, ooh. But then a car got broken into, so I had to deal with that. Somebody's bike got stolen from off the rack, I had to deal with that. Still getting threats from some of you douchebags online, had to deal with that. 2 people still trying to leak my personal information, so I had to call the police again on that one. By the way, if you're that person, you're probably watching from jail. Oh, and now none of my addresses are swattable. All of the dispatchers in the area have the addresses. So yeah, they will trace your call though. So good luck with that. So I'm dealing with all this crap, and some days I really go home and don't want to make a video, but I have to. And then I lose the ads on it. So that is just a straight up kick in the nuts. This cannot continue. And I think that they've maybe adjusted their bot. I mean, I don't upload like 30 videos a day, so it's not a terribly scientific sample size, but they have been threatened nonstop by every creator on the damn platform that they're going to leave, they're going to go somewhere else, or they're just going to terminate their channel and try and get some cable news show or something. Some people are just moving to Patreon, which is weird because they don't have a video host. I think it would still be hosted on YouTube, just embed only or something. I don't know, people are trying to move to like all kinds of places. I mean, I still wouldn't go to Vimeo. My God, I have some standards. But the problem is, you guys remember MySpace? The level of anger from the users on YouTube, and by the users, I mean the creators, not the viewers, towards YouTube makes MySpace look like the most beloved website ever made. And as soon as an alternative that looked better showed up, people left in like 3 months. It was dead. It was just absolutely over for MySpace. That's where YouTube is sitting right now, but worse. All they have to do is have somebody with enough servers and enough money start a competing service, and we're gone. I mean, if the creators leave, the viewers leave. Simple as that. So instead of, 3 billion people saying, oh, I'm changing my mind, I'm going to go watch videos over there. No, it's just like, my channel moved to this site, I like their content, I'm moving to this site. That would be some amplification. I mean, that's like 10,000 to 1 on average. So for every one creator that leaves, they'll take an average of 10,000, if not more people with them. Oh, that would avalanche pretty quick. So they should be really concerned, not about kissing the butts of every freaking advertiser. It's like, I don't want my ads for Kleenexes shown on Battlefield World War II, whatever the game is called, because it has guns and guns are scary. Violent video games are ruining kids' minds. I read it on a mom blog, even though every scientific study ever has said otherwise. Okay, let them take their ads somewhere else. You don't need them. I know that's not a pleasant decision to try to make, but you need your creators. You do, well, I'd say you don't need advertisers, but you do. You don't need all your advertisers. What you do need is not 75% of your creators to leave. That's what you really, really don't want to happen. Because, I mean, think about it. Think about that. If there's nowhere to show the ads, who cares if the advertisers are happy that it's all G-rated garbage on YouTube? So make the creators happy first so that they don't leave. And honestly, every time they demonetize a video, they actually cost themselves money to an extent. It's not quite that linear. I won't go into the details, but yeah, it's bad for them too. So they need to fix this AI bot. And the thing is, they themselves have said that it's machine learning, it's AI, it's getting better. I mean, they had to rush this AI program together in like a month when the whole Wall Street Journal adpocalypse crap happened. So like, I get it, and basically YouTube refuses to hire the most talented person with the best qualifications to write anything. They'll just hire the gayest, most LGBT person ever, and then, oh, look how awesome we are, and then they don't know how the hell to do their job. Seriously, ask people who have worked there. Look up Glassdoor reviews. That's what they do. If you're conservative, they fire you. It's an echo chamber. That is their company. Typical California trash. That they're the pinnacle of California liberal trash as a company. So obviously the AI program isn't quite as good as it could be, and also nobody at Google does AI. That doesn't help. So they threw this together. It barely works, but it's affecting every creator because this thing can check, videos and text at probably 1 million per second or something just absurd like that. I mean, they got text recognition for thumbnails. So if you put an offensive word in there, it'll read it and what do they call it? OCR it. I mean, I'm a programmer. I know how this crap works. So yeah, it's imperfect, but they said, okay, well, every time you request a manual review, you're actually helping. If you know that your video was flagged incorrectly, request a review so that the feedback, when the human says, no, this is acceptable, you made a mistake, that feedback goes back into the artificial intelligence program and it tries to make corrections and not make the same mistake twice. So theoretically, eventually it will be perfect or pretty darn close to it. It's just right now, it's not. So something's going to have to change really quick because people like me cannot afford to lose the money. Now, the good news is, if I was going to silver lining this, people like Philip DeFranco and Boogie2988 both have clearly said, okay, Boogie said 100% of my Francis videos have been demonetized one at a time by the robot. And Philip said anytime that I do a news story about any kind of topic that they consider offensive, even though, CNN seems to find plenty of advertisers, oh, this giant, horrible, horrific tragedy for all of humankind is brought to you by Pepsi. Join the conversation, everybody. Oh my God, I legitimately almost said eat fresh. That's Subway. Also, you don't eat Pepsi, you drink it. But yeah, he's losing money left and right. And he says, honestly, at this point, because I'm a smart business person, I sell t-shirts and I have a Patreon, and I, push it enough, and I've got other sources of income and actual outside YouTube ads that I plug, like sponsors. The vast majority of his money does not come from YouTube ads. So if he gets 50% of his videos demonetized, it's going to cost him some money. Let's not beat around the bush here, but he can deal with it. He said he'll take the pay cut and he's not leaving YouTube. He'll just deal with it. He's not happy about it, but he's going to keep making content because he likes doing it. He likes his fans and he wants the news to get out there in the way that he presents it. So much respect to him. Same with Boogie. He said, I like making Francis videos. The fans like it. I don't care if they don't make a penny. I make more than enough money. He was able to afford gastric bypass surgery out of pocket because of YouTube, and it saved his life. By the way, mad respect for that decision. I support you 100%, Boogie. Although you should have thrown a damn chair at Anita Sarkeesian, so I'm not giving you a full pass, but still, I love you. But he said, I'm going to keep making them, and they can keep demonetizing them. I don't care, because I like making the content and I'm going to do it and I make enough money. And that is exactly what my opinion would be. I'd be pissed off and slightly poorer, but okay with it if I made enough money. Now, unfortunately, YouTube is the primary source of income, basically just about the sole source of income. I mean, over the weekend, I worked an off-site job with the flu, got home and got to bed at 4 in the morning. I worked 16 hours straight, by the way, with travel. Plus, I was designing a new deck the entire time that I was in the car riding to the job site, and all I made was $75 because it was a very low-scale kind of job, one of the real simple ones. I had to take it because I have to pay my medical bill. It's not pretty right now for me. So every time they demonetize a video, it's really affecting me. It's not just, oh, on a personal level, I deserve money for that. No, I need that damn money. So I hate to be this guy, but if you do want to help me out, Patreon link down in the description. If you're as broke as I am, don't worry about it. Do not feel pressured. You got to take care of you first, which is exactly how I live my life. I mean, somebody just as broke as me asked for me for money. I don't care if I even have it. I need that money, okay? I don't care if it's literally sitting in my wallet. You're not getting it because I need that money. I look after me first, and you should too. But if you do have a little bit of spare money, you know, Patreon's cool. That's just like straight up giving me money, although my reward tiers are pretty much the best on Patreon. Oh, now you might want to sign up before next month because I'm probably going to start mailing out foil rares and foil mythics signed. And there are only about 10 signed cards in existence that I've signed. Doesn't make them valuable, but it sure as hell makes them rare. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering where 2 of them are, the owner and CEO of Social Blade has 2 of them. How totally cool is that, dude? Jason's family is now the proud owner of 2 signed Desolation twins. Hopefully you guys get the reference of why I signed that specific card. Long story. Anyway, you know, at the end of the day, I'm the one who opened the business. I'm the one who made the wonderful business decisions. Well, actually, pretty much everything lately has been out of my control. My street's under construction again. That's killing business. Nobody can drive down it. But still, I mean, I could have been working as a professional programmer for a giant company if I just would have went to college for 2 more years, which was not really an option. I didn't have the money, but still. I could have not taken a job at that other crappy place as CIO of the company because they were swirling the drain. They actually did shut down and got bought out by another company like a year after I left. And yes, I do mean to imply that those 2 things are connected. They absolutely are. There was another job I should have taken. It just required to fly to a different city every week, which sounded horrible, but it was $18 an hour and all travel and food expenses and hotel expenses covered. That would have been kind of cool. Oh, and back then my health problems were practically non-existent, so I could have actually taken it, but I didn't. I took a real garbage job that paid like $10 an hour and it was a 1-hour commute each way. So that, I mean, these are my own stupid mistakes and you guys are not on the hook for making that up. But if you did have way too much money, I mean, you can get something out of it if you go to the Teespring website down in the description, order a t-shirt, because then you get a cool t-shirt. And it obviously makes me money. Otherwise, unfortunately, as soon as I figure something out, because I'm scrambling right now, you're going to see some sponsorships and ads on this channel. It just is what it is. I've rejected about 10 proposals so far because I don't believe in the product. So it's not just going to be, oh, look at these awesome glasses or watches. No, I don't wear glasses and I don't wear watches. Actually, for medical reasons, I can't wear a watch. I don't think I should probably be selling them then. But I've been looking because honestly, that Discovered deal made me a lot of money, but they capped it at a certain amount of signups, and I hit that much, so that sucks. But I'm looking for something with an affiliate program. You guys know I drive for Uber, and they have an affiliate program, and it's worth a lot of money. But the referral code, if you drive for Uber, go do the refer a friend thing and go to that page and find out what the code is. It's literally your first and last name with numbers after it. Thanks, Uber, you're geniuses. Literally the only reason you guys have not been pestered to drive for Uber for the last week. But I'm looking for something. If you guys know of any cool PFP, pay for performance kind of stuff, let me know. I will hawk the crap out of it. Otherwise, I'm actually assessing a really good looking Puka trade alternative that they're kind of making as a competitor, except it's correctly designed. So I'm looking into that, thoroughly researching it. But yeah, you guys are probably going to see some ads. So just at the very least, don't unsub from my channel because of it. I mean, have you watched TV lately? Do you have a basic Hulu membership? Which, by the way, I'm thinking about that too, because I could get like 5 years of free Hulu. It's not really income, but I could use 5 years of free Hulu. For every person who signs up, I get a month. I have a feeling it would go pretty quick. But yeah, that's where we're heading. I mean, I do see a little light at the end of the tunnel in that, you know, my CPMs have tripled. So if I can get the views up and get the demonetization robot to act correctly, or figure out specifically what its problem is so I can dance around it, because I'm damn good at that, then I should be okay for now, I guess. I'd still, to live comfortably and start paying off my enormous debt, I would have to make about double what I'm making now, and that's going to be a little bit rough. You know, thus the creation of my other 2 channels, but I just don't have the time to work on them. So, I mean, nothing's going to change too much. I mean, hopefully I can figure something out and this will improve. It has all the signs of improving. I'm just really pissed right now. So I wanted to let you guys know what the situation is. If other YouTubers are too polite to discuss the situation, too scared. I mean, they have like 5 to 10 million subs. They should be scared. They're on YouTube's radar. If they say something bad about them, they could just out of spite delete their account. I could totally see them doing it. Let's just say they did something really similar to some friends of mine. I mean, somebody kind of who worked at Google went rogue and did a bunch of manual things to some channels and some videos that were uploaded like 8 years ago. And they started handing out multiple guideline strikes, which means that you can't upload for 30 days. They effectively killed the people's channels. And Google real quick stepped in and corrected it. And the rumor is they fired the person. But yeah, people at Google can do that. It was very clearly one person's individual decision and they put it in manually. So thanks, Google, for letting something like that happen. Maybe fire your stupid little liberal echo chamber and hire real people. Yes, I do not consider SJWs to be, quote, real people. They clearly do not live in the real world. So yeah, every single day I wake up and wonder, oh, did I get multiple strikes out of nowhere as an accident? Did my whole channel get suspended as an accident? Because that's happened. Well, that's more of a Twitter thing, honestly. Oh, did I get demonetized on 50 videos because of an accident or a new policy change? I literally had them flag and delete a video that I uploaded 11 years ago. 11. Suddenly it's against their guidelines and they have never heard of the term ex post facto. And no, they don't legally have to comply with that. I'm just using it as an example. So yeah, I mean, I'm stressing the hell over this because if I lose my only source of income, it's going to go downhill quick because I have a money buffer of 0. So if I seem a little bit, stressed lately, that's why. So like I said, I want to let you guys know what's going on, and it's going on with all your favorite creators. So start pressuring YouTube on social media to fix this crap and just tell them you're sick of it. You're you're sick of people threatening to leave YouTube. And just whatever you can do to pitch in and solve the situation. Like I said, if you want to support me on one of the links down below, great. Otherwise, also in addition to that, expect some advertising, whatever. It is what it is. So I'll see you guys next video if my channel doesn't get deleted.